You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
What a beautiful day for horses in the morning.
You are listening to the number one horse podcast in the world. Here is your entertaining look at the horse world and the people in it.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. I am Glenn the Geek from Ocala, Florida.
And I'm Jamie Jennings in Norman, Oklahoma. You're listening to Horses in the Morning on the Horse Radio Network for Friday. Is it December 20th already?
5 days.
Oh, good Lord. It's episode, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. Episode 3588 brought to you today by Kentucky Performance Products. Good morning, horse people.
It's Friday, and another weekend of riding is a few short hours away. Jamie and Glenn are here to help you make it through the day with some fun guests and some really bad ads. Enjoy the show.
Well, we have a fun show for you today. It's our second to last episode for 2024, believe it or not, but it's our last really bad ads for 2024. Do you realize we have said that 14 times? It's our last really bad ads for the year.
Oh my God, I'm so old.
Jennifer and I got talking about it this morning, and I want to see what you remember. We were trying to remember when really bad ads started, so she actually dug around. She took about an hour to dig around, which isn't easy in our archives. And she said they actually started December, a month after we started the show, December of 2010. We did a version of really bad ads.
I think it was because I was looking for a lesson horse. And I was reading ads and I was like, we need to read these. And remember, we provided, I looked them up and
that's right.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was all. And then people just started sending them in and we're like, that's a great, excuse me, I have 7 sneezies.
Well, you're sounding better than you did on Wednesday. I will say that.
Yeah. I feel so much better. Like I've seriously been taking SMZs and it really has helped, but yeah, I still sneeze. So sorry, a little stuffy.
That's all right. Well, we have one guest coming on today. Her name is Pippa, and I love people who are creative with businesses, and she's going to tell us all about her business. She makes purses from old saddles and tack. I think that's a brilliant idea for repurposing old saddles.
I should have kept some of my old saddles.
And they're really beautiful, too. And we're going to do our final really bad ads. Plus, in the post show, we're going to do a post show for you. Can't wait for this one. ChatGPT now has a phone number you can call, and you can actually talk to it. So we're going to call ChatGPT, and we're going to talk to her, and we're going to ask her all the horsey questions you like ask non-horse people. We're going to see how she does. Plus, we're going to have her settle for once and for all how to say the word HOOF.
Okay.
Okay. She's going to be the definitive how to say that word.
But are you getting the British version of ChatGPT, or are you going to get just a total white girl?
Well, I heard this done on one other show that was about tech, and it was a total white girl.
Okay.
Now, she can go into any accent
British
you want.
people aren't white. That's stupid.
Yeah, anyway. American. She sounded American. Let's put
American.
it that way.
Let's go with American. Yeah.
But she did. She would do accents. So we'll see how she does at accents too. Hey, you remember on Wednesday's show we talked about the Swiss and how they have this tradition of watching the Donald Duck Disney Christmas special from all of us to all of you every Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
At 3 p.m. And we asked, and they've been doing it for 64 years. And we asked our Swedish listeners if it was still a thing. Well, we heard from a lot of them. So Stephanie, who's not Swedish, but said, I just listened to today's episode. The Disney Christmas special in Sweden is a thing. We had an exchange student from Sweden in 2017, and she had to watch the program at Christmas. We had to do a lot of finagling to be able to watch the broadcast from here. She wouldn't settle for a recording of it, and we managed to get it on her computer.
Gosh.
And then she says we Skyped her family in Sweden, and we all watched it together. That was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Lisa is from Sweden, and she said, it's a thing. I'm planning Christmas dinner around this TV show this year, and yes, I'm Swedish, living in Sweden. So there you go. Jessica says, we have friends visiting from Sweden this coming week. And also, they were asking to watch it here. I had never heard of it before. So, and then Nana, who's, I think, from Sweden, she said, definitely a thing. So It's confirmed.
Amazing. That's so amazing. Well, you know what? I'm going to touch on some other Christmas traditions in my Daily Winnie.
All right, very good. Well, let's do those. We have a few auditors with birthdays: Audrey Metcalf, Sarah Hance, Lori Rodriguez, and Tiffany Crumbly. And I have a very special announcement for somebody who's going to be very surprised.
Okay.
We have a $250 Kelly Hurd gift certificate. You know Kelly Hurd, the place where we all love our horsey jewelry, right?
Okay, not to be whatever, but I did see one of the packages that came to the gate, and the return address was Kelly Hurd. I was like, yes!
It wasn't for me. Your husband figured that out?
Yeah. No, this is like the third year in a row he buys me something Kelly Hurd because I just love it.
He must
And
have heard you talking about Kelly Hurd years ago. And
oh yeah, no, he knows. And so this year, I'm like, I like this one, And this year, he was like, do you want anything else from Kelly Hurd? I was like, you pick. So I don't know what. I know, right?
Well, we decided
Tennessee walking horse on a chain.
That's it. We decided this year, had to be Ashley and I. Ashley and I decided that we had this one other gift certificate, and we wanted to do something with it that was for somebody who really contributes a lot to the community. So Facebook allows you to look in a group and see who the top contributor in the Facebook group. So we went to the Auditor Facebook group, and the top contributor for this year was Kimberly Watts. So
wow.
Congratulations, Kimberly. You now have the $250 Kelly Hurd gift certificate. Merry Christmas to you.
No way. Yep. That's so cool.
That's the first year we were able to do, or the first year we did that. So we're trying to mix it up a little, but she deserves it. She definitely contributes a lot, and she's in the healthcare field, and I know she's helped a lot of our auditors and listeners with healthcare questions too. So yeah, we do appreciate her.
Oh my gosh. So she just gets $250.
Yep.
That's awesome. This is what happens when you don't tell me about stuff like this. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. So I just wanted to give a Daily Winnie to my dear exchange student, Anna, her mother, because
we all met at Radiothon.
Yeah, you met her at Radiothon. She is like the sweetest woman. And so I guess the Christmas tradition in Germany, or at least at their house, is they make she makes advent calendars. But this is not to open the window and, a piece of chocolate.
Tiny piece of chocolate in it.
No, this is like she makes like a bag and puts like a little gift inside it for every day up until Christmas Eve. And so she sent a package, and Anna's been opening it up, but she also sent one for Lucas. And they're little teeny like Christmas bags, and they open it up and there's like, like Lucas has like one of those puzzles that's on the nail, or like a piece of German candy or whatever. It's been different every time. Just little stuff that she can fit into these little bags. And she mailed one to Anna for all 24 days. And she mailed one for Lucas too. And it was so cool. Sweet. So I started trying to after we were talking about the whole Sweden thing, I was like, I want to know, where does this come from? What's the history of this? So I did some research to find out kind of what culturally that is. And we had the whole thing about Sweden and Donald Duck. I'm like, I'm going to do a deep dive on this idea, and apparently it's a thing in Switzerland that they do to make personal advent calendars, and sometimes the kids get in on it and the family gets in on it and they open a present every day. I don't know if her mom's Swiss or not. Hannah's in exams right now, so I can't text her. But then I started looking at some other stuff, and there's two countries that have super unique Christmas traditions that I wanted to tell you guys about, because I had no idea. You just never know what is going on in other countries, and how serious. There's countries that only eat a certain amount of foods. There's countries that only do certain things. And there's the St. Nicholas thing that I learned about this year, where they have to. And Anna did this, and Lucas is getting a taste of the German culture. So St. Nicholas comes. Did you know about this, Glenn? So the kids have to put a shoe outside of the door.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was like the 7th or so. I can't remember what day it was.
I think
But
they do
we
that in
had
Norway,
to.
too, when we heard about it.
Yeah, yeah. And so we had to clean the shoes. So we had to Lucas had to take his shoe under the sink and you have to scrub your shoe to make it super clean. Of course, he picked the biggest cowboy boot he could find and scrubbed it clean. And we all put boots out, and Anna's mom provided presents for that and everything. I mean, I had two. It was so fun. So anyway, we learned that. Now, Iceland does something kind of like that. So sort of. Iceland, like the 12 days of Christmas in the U.S., Iceland celebrates 13. And each night, Icelandic children are visited by the 13 Yule lads. After placing their shoes by the window, the little ones head to bed. And in the morning, they're going to either have candy in their shoes, or if they've been bad, shoes full of rotten potatoes.
Oh, there's nothing worse than a rotten potato. Oh, God.
A shoe full of rotten
really
potatoes.
stink.
And then I think Japan is my favorite one. Okay. And it's called Kurisumasu Niwa Kentakiki.
I'm sure that's it exactly.
I mean, people listening are like, wow, she's Japanese. Like, that was amazing. So I guess Christmas isn't like a super national holiday in Japan.
That's why we all eat Chinese and Japanese food on Christmas Day.
Yeah, well, there's only like 1% of the population in Japan is Christian, but they still kind of celebrate things. And instead of going around the table for a turkey dinner, families, they will order their boxes months in advance.
Oh, I know
months
exactly
in
what
advance.
I know exactly.
Or they stand in a 2-hour long line to get.
Yep.
You want to tell everybody?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kurasumasu Niwa Kentucky.
They love Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh my God. I didn't know that the cultural dinner in Japan was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken survives on the Asian countries because they all love Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's amazing. Now, we were talking about Sweden before, and they did have something about Sweden in here, and I thought it would be the Donald Duck special, but it's not. This article here has Sweden and the Yule goat. Apparently, there's a giant goat that they make out of, I think, straw. It looks like straw. Yeah, a giant straw goat, now referred to as the Gavle goat. Now, I didn't say that right either, so sorry to all of our Swedish people. Apparently, this goat, the Yule goat, Glenn, is more than 42 feet high, 23 feet wide, and weighs 3.6 tons. Every year, the massive goat is constructed in the same spot, and I guess even a live stream from the first Sunday to Advent until after the New Year when it's taken down. It's a really large straw goat. What? I don't know about this. There's a website link. Hold on. Let me see that. Yep. There's a giant goat in this. I'm watching a live stream of a giant straw goat. Okay, that's fantastic. Well, there you go. The more you know. We're here to educate people. We don't just, talk about frivolous stuff. We're letting you know what's going on around the world.
In the world. Because we all need to know. We're going to hear from Kentucky Performance Products, and then we are going around the world.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's what I thought you were going to say.
And we are going around the world. We're going to head over to England. Happy holidays to all the listeners of the Horse Radio Network from your friends at Kentucky Performance Products. Kentucky Performance Products cares about the health of your horses and knows you do too. May you and your horses and ponies have a very happy and healthy holiday season and a fun equine-filled new year. From all of us at Kentucky Performance Products at kppusa.com. Happy holidays, everybody. Well, we tried to get a hold of Pippa over from Pippa's Saddlebags over in England, and we couldn't reach her. So I don't know what happened, but who knows? It's 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours later there on a Friday. Maybe she's already at happy hour. And that's why-
She's busy making these beautiful bags with these beautiful bits on it. Oh,
we're
man.
going to try and reschedule her because she does have a unique business model that's very cool. So we'll try and get her rescheduled. In the meantime, does his name Jake Harvath mean anything to you?
No.
Yeah, it should, because remember, he's the guy we interviewed who was taking his Mustangs across the country and then back again. And he was trying to do a record number of miles in 1 year on his journey across America and back. And we talked to him right after he had turned. I don't know, you weren't on that day. We had talked to him after he had turned back from New Jersey, and he was on his way home in Pennsylvania somewhere. But he made it. He's all the way home. He's back to Utah. He completed in 1 year, he rode 4,570 miles, which we think is a new world record. He's going to apply to Guinness for that. But he was very happy to get home. His horses were fine. Bella, Denver, and Eddie finished with him after the 14-month total of 6,000-mile journey across 25 states. Of course, he was raising awareness for the plight of Mustangs and wild horses. He said the hardest part was navigating busy roads, remote trails, blizzards, and even swimming across the Delaware River. So he's going to come back on with us again in January and give us kind of the race update, or not the race, but the ride update after he's had a few weeks to decompress.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. So we're going to have him back on. And then another story, speaking of cool Christmas traditions, and this one's especially cool this year, is there is a Santa train that has run since 1943 through the Appalachian Mountains, through Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. And what that Santa train does is run by the railroad, by CSX Railroad. And they've been doing this every year, and the employees all volunteer to help on the train, and apparently it's a lottery system because every employee for the railroad volunteers. They want to do it.
Oh, wow.
And they stop at like dozens of towns and give away presents to the kids. And the kids all line up and they wait for the train to come. And this year especially, because a lot of those communities were destroyed, after the hurricane. So the train doesn't go to some of the communities. So what they did is they organized truck convoys, and they went to the communities with Santa Claus and the truck convoys and handed out presents as well. So they covered a good part of Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee, and through the mountains there. So good for them. It's a really cool tradition that they do. It happens before Thanksgiving, right before, and the kids all know when they're coming. They gave away this year 15 tons of gifts.
Wow.
All donated by the railroad, so good for them. Apparently it was a different railroad back in 1943, and then CSX bought that railroad out, and they just kept the tradition going. And, of course, this year it was more poignant than ever. So good for them. Well, as horse owners, we have an unlimited supply of love for animals, but we tend to underestimate the cost of their care. Routine and unexpected expenses can quickly add up, making it hard to keep pace. Wouldn't it feel great to always be prepared with a budget-friendly way to manage these costs? The Care Credit Health and Animal Care Credit Card can give you that financial peace of mind. With flexible financing from Care Credit, you can get the care your horse needs and then pay over time in easy monthly payments. You can use Care Credit at more than 25,000 veterinary hospitals that accept the card, and use it to pay for everything from diagnostics to surgery to wellness exams and routine care. Care Credit, it's your card for a lifetime of care. Subject to credit approval. To learn more and apply, visit carecredit.com/horses. Hey, before we get to really bad ads, I found this list, and some of your horses are on this list.
Oh, no.
So it's 1,800 plus horse names with their meanings. So, and it literally lists 1,800 horse names and their meanings. So,
the meanings, what, like they describe the meaning,
what the name means, what the actual name of the horse means.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I looked up Miles. Do you know what Miles means?
Well, I know what it means to me because I named him after Miles Morales, the Spider-Man who into the Spider-Verse. So, because he's half black and half Hispanic, and Miles, when he came here, he's Spanish and he was black, and it just all worked out. And he's a superhero, and we love those movies. Go ahead. What did they say?
You know what? The real meaning of Miles isn't too far off from that.
Really?
Yeah, Latin for soldier, ideal for a brave and disciplined horse.
Oh my God, that's a wrong name.
I thought of that because isn't he the wimpy, scared one?
Oh my God, he's the scariest baby in the whole wide world. Everything is so scary.
I thought of that and it was like, oh, look at that. Scooter was not on the list. Surprise, surprise.
1800, they couldn't find a scooter.
Nigel was on the list, Jennifer's horse. English origin meaning dark or black, perfect for a horse with a dark coat. He's a redhead, so that's
that's a no.
One of your others. Give me another name here.
Ace.
James. Oh, her new horse. Wait a minute. I have to look up James.
Because, wife first.
Wife first. James. Hebrew for supplanter. Perfect for a leader or dominant horse. That's totally wrong, too. We got to rename that puppy. All right. Give me another one.
Okay, so... obviously, I have Ace and Duke.
Let's try Ace. Ace represents the highest mark or a winner. Perfect for a horse that excels in competitions or stands out for his prowess.
Do you know what's funny? So, do you remember when I... Tell Jennifer to stop talking. So, when I bought Ace, it was a racehorse named Face Card, and I bought him from the person that was trying to race him, but he was too slow. So he never actually made it to a race. Like they couldn't even get his works fast enough to qualify. So
what's his next competition going to be?
Well, it's so funny enough, this guy's a doctor and he lives in, Arkansas. And so I posted something about him jumping, and this doctor guy always comments on all the posts that I make about Ace because he's like, I don't know, he just really has been involved with him. He's like, we'd love to come see him. He looks great. And I was like, yeah, because I told this guy, like, I do that. I was going to resell the horse eventually. I'm like, sorry. I know he was meant to be a sales horse, but I just couldn't part with him. I love him too much. And you know what this guy wrote back? He wrote back, no, he was supposed to be a racehorse. Oh, yeah, that's right. You failed with him first. Okay, cool. And so, yeah, that is a very inaccurate name because he couldn't even make it to the track.
He might be excel at his next life of competitions. Is he?
Oh, he's awesome. I jumped him yesterday. He's still coming really. He's coming along really nice.
Grand Prix level, I'm sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Or 3D eventing.
All right, give me another one.
A Duke.
Duke. Oh, that's got to be on the list. It's one of the most common names. Duke.
The Duke. Yeah.
Refers to a noble title, perfect for a horse with a regal and commanding presence.
That's our Duke. He's the best. And then Maverick.
Well, that's got to be on here. Also a very popular horse name.
And I didn't name him that. Chad named Duke because he renamed him when he came in. So Betty Faye had called him Robbie. And when Duke came to us, all Chad could think about was that movie where Kid Rock played the guy named Robbie. And it was David Spade, where he was like kind of redneck, trashy kind of, I'll think of it in a second. Anyway, so the idiot in the movie was named Robbie. So he was like, we can't call him Robbie. I'll think of that movie all the time. And so he was like, we have been trying to get through all of John Wayne's movies. So that's why he named him the Duke. So that's Dave. And then Maverick came, of course, when I bought him, his name was Buck because, he's a buckskin and he had a brand, and I did some brand research. I found there's a Facebook page for everything, horse brands. And so I did some research and I found his brand on this page and was got in touch with the breeders from Montana. And they were like, yeah, we had 2 horses. And I was like, well, what was his name? And he was like, that's Maverick. Because I sent pictures. I was like, oh my God, that's like perfect. My husband's a fighter pilot. Like, it's perfect. So Maverick, we renamed him Maverick.
Well, the Maverick means American for independent, ideal for a horse with free-spirited and unique character.
Or crippled and slow.
What was your husband's flight name again?
Skate. There won't be one of those.
That's not really a horse name. No Skates, big surprise.
Thank God. It's got a bad enough name.
My first heart pony was Piper, the one that taught me how to drive. Lived over 40. What's Piper mean? Represents a pipe player, fitting for a horse with a musical or cheerful nature. Well, that horse had a cheerful nature, so that fits.
That's good.
I'll fit that one. All right. Any others you want me to?
Gosh, I mean, I have one horse that is here. I'm fostering, and we decided. So his name is Quantro, Kwontro. He's the one that colicked, and yeah, but he's gonna stay here for a while. But he's like, I say he looks like a Barbie dream horse because he's a chestnut with a big wide blaze and a couple socks, and so I named him Ken. So is there Ken or Kenny?
Let's see. Kendall, Kennedy, Kenyon, no Ken.
Oh, come on. The patriarchy, Ken. How do we not have the name Ken? See, it's always Barbie. What does Barbie mean then?
Oh, I don't think we have one of those either.
I'm sure there's a
we
Barbie
do.
in there.
We do. Often associated with the famous doll, perfect for a horse with a notably graceful and stylish demeanor. The hell does that mean? Bella is more, I always think of Bella as more for a dog name, but
yeah,
Bella's on the list. Italian for beautiful, perfect for the exceptionally attractive and charming horse.
I had a basset hound named Bella, so
yeah.
Exceptionally beautiful.
Buttercup. Everybody knows a pony that was named Buttercup. Let's see. Named after the flower, symbolizing sweetness and light, ideal for a sweet-natured and cheerful horse. See, this is what happens when we get to the end of the year and we run out of things to talk about.
I know, right? I'm bored. What else can we talk about here? Let's see. We didn't have a guest show up. We've sitting here at the end of the year. We have nothing else to say. Oh, I'll tell you about a horse I've been training. You want to hear that?
Let's do that. Yeah,
he's going back today. I've posted a lot about him on my Facebook page because Ken is receiving some rest after his colic episode and getting him fat. So this horse, his name is West Coast Breeze. And this is a 16-1 to 16-2 hand gray thoroughbred gelding who potentially is the calmest 4-year-old I've ever been around. This is such a super nice horse. He loves snuggles. He's gentle. I've ridden him. I gave Anna a riding lesson on him. I've taken him out on the trails. He has zero spook and nobody will adopt him. Nobody's inquired.
I was just going to say, where's the butt? There's always a butt.
He has an old bow, so he will never be a jumper. But he has worked really hard for 2 weeks and he's completely sound on the bow. If he would have broke, I would have broke him. And so, yeah, it's just unfortunate that he has that bow because otherwise he is just absolutely perfect. But I mean, not everybody jumps. If anybody's out there looking for a nice, big, snuggly, calm guy,
good trail horse.
He was great.
Yeah.
I took him out there and I had Miles, my Andalusian, who has lived here since he was a year old. And we walk down the same path every single time we go out on the trail. We have one gate. We turn right into the gate. West Coast Breeze had to lead Miles because there was something was out of place. Chad had put the tractor in a different place and Miles was like, I can't go over there. And this horse, my mom was like, he'd never even been that way. And he's like, I got you. I got you, bro. And walked on out. It was great. That was awesome. So anyway, he's up for adoption. The adoption fees of all horse and hound horses are $1,500. So there's other places that adopt horses out for thousands.
Yeah, the ones in Kentucky. There's a few in Kentucky that it gets really expensive, actually.
Yeah.
Well, James, this morning I was outside and Jennifer's new horse, James, the Kentucky Mountain Saddle Horse. She rode him yesterday. I actually helped out a little bit. He's not real good at standing at the block yet, so we have to work on that. But rode him yesterday, and her saddle barely fits. I mean, she had to use 12 saddle pads to make that work. So we have that to work on, and she needs a shorter growth. So it was all very, very redneck. But,
you know what that means?
what?
That means she's going to have to get on some bareback.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that means that we're going to be buying a saddle is probably what that means.
Well, obviously it means that. But I mean, until that comes in, you got to have to ride bareback. Get her a nice bareback pad for Christmas.
That's it. You're going to have to ride bareback, Jamie says. So, yeah, he spooked this morning, I think, at the kitties. The kitties are now out of their crates and running around like nuts. And I think he spooked at the kitties, smashed into the gate, to the side of the gate and then took off outside. So luckily he didn't hurt anything, but it was a hell of a racket.
Really?
Yeah. They're not used to the kitties yet. And so they're not used to them being out running around and under their legs, which I guess the kitties will learn that's a bad idea. So.
Those are attack tigers.
Yes,
those are very vicious tigers,
all 2
and
pounds.
you never know. Mm-hmm.
Well, you wouldn't let just anyone ride your horse. Would you let just anyone handle your online pharmacy needs? You can put your trust in a veterinarian-founded Valley Vet Supply, your source since 1985. Based in the heart of the Midwest, the valleyvet.com pharmacy is your trusted source for safe, affordable, and accurate prescription medications for your horse, livestock, and pets. You can have the peace of mind knowing the Valley Vet Supply pharmacy is verified by the National Association of the Boards of Pharmacy, ensuring your animals receive the best in-class prescription medications. From common health conditions to sudden emergencies, Valley Vet Supply carries the prescription medications your horses need at the best prices. Equestrians love shopping at valleyvet.com because it's their one-stop shop for their horses' needs. You too can simplify your horse shopping experience at valleyvet.com. Enjoy fast and free shipping on most orders today at valleyvet.com.
I have one more name.
Jennifer gets a lot of their stuff.
Oh, yeah. I get my vaccines. They send them overnight on ice. It's awesome. Like, super easy. I had one more name for you.
Okay.
Did I tell you how Barrett named his horse Friday?
No.
So he's like, it's an old cowboy riddle. And I was like, what? And he said, all right, here's the riddle. Cowboy rides into town on Friday, and he leaves 3 days later on Friday.
That's right.
The horse's name is Friday.
Yep, I've heard this one. That's an old
So yeah, that's how. So
Guess
what is the
There's
name
no
Friday? Oh, come on.
There's a Frosty, a Fudge. Fudge.
No.
I've never known a horse named Fudge. What's Fudge mean? Represents something sweet and rich, perfect for the sweet-natured horse. Who would call their horse Fudge? You watch.
I think we had a lesson pony that was like chocolate brown named Fudge.
Oh, you watch. We're going to hear from 10 listeners whose horses named their Fudge.
Let's see. What else do you see on there that's really common that you can read for our listeners? You guys, are we boring you yet? I mean, my God.
Gandalf. Gary. I have a brother named Gary.
There's no Friday, but there's a Gary.
Means spearman, appropriate for a horse with a strong and brave character. Seems to be a lot of those. Jeffrey. Who names their horse Jeffrey? Again.
You know what? Don't shame people because I'm sure there's a Jeffrey.
Giovanni. Giovanni's a great name. Italian for God is gracious, suitable for a horse with a noble and graceful demeanor. Giovanni's got to be a certain breed of horse, though, doesn't it?
It's got to be like an Italian sex pot. I don't know. Giovanni just sounds like a hot guy.
It could be a Frisian, right? A big black Frisian. Giovanni, good looking.
Oh, yes. If I had a Frisian, I would name him Giovanni.
Oh, there's a Glenn. I really have never known a horse named Glenn. Gaelic for valley, fitting for a horse from a peaceful or rural setting. Well, I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. That fits.
Yeah, but you're not a horse. Now you maybe want to see if there's a Jamie. Nobody would name a horse named Jamie.
Well, I didn't think anybody named their horse Glenn either. Nope, no Jamies.
No Jamies.
No, Bentley. I haven't known a Bentley either. Named for the luxury car, symbolizing sophistication and class. What are the common... Joe is a common draft horse name. Let's look Joe up. Nope, no Joe. How can there not be a Joe?
There's no Joe?
No, every draft horse in the world's named Joe.
I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, well, that's it.
I'm bored.
Let's
move on.
Let's go to do some really bad ads.
Pay attention.
If you ain't met one by now, you're bound to sooner or later. He says one thing and he means another, but hey, he can't help it. He's a horse trader. Horse trading. Well, it's a laissez-faire. Let the buyer beware. Horse trading. They tell a low-down lie with a sincere stare. Horse trading. Well, if they're talking in circles and the deal ain't square, he's a master in the fine art of persuading. Horse trading.
That's right. It is that time of the week. Last one for 2024. We'll be doing some really bad ads where you submit ads from Craigslist or Facebook, and we just have a little bit of fun with them. And before we start that, we're going to give some books away. It'll be our last prizes for 2024 as well. So Jamie's going to pick a number between 1 and 191. And the first book is The Power of the Pony. We had the author on, Heidi and Savannah. We had Heidi and Savannah on earlier in the week. So we're going to have a winner of their book, Power of the Pony. You heard all about it earlier in the week. So we're going to pick a number between 1 and 191.
I'm going to go with 2.
And we have Emily Parenter, who is from Alaska and has a little one. This is perfect. Good job,
Yay.
Jamie. Well done.
You're welcome, basically.
Emily, you can thank Jamie. All right. Second one is 33 strength and fitness workouts for horses, practical conditioning plans using groundwork, ridden work, poles, hills, and terrain by Jacques Ballou. And her book is wanted by many of our auditors.
I have this book and I'm going to be one of her other books. It's so great. They're fantastic. All right. So I'm going to give you the number 9.
Amanda Young. Congratulations to you. Now you can get strength and fitness with the help of this book.
Not for your horse. Not for her. Don't call her fat, Glenn. Jeez. It's for the horse. It's for the fat horse.
Remember, I think we need to add this today. All hate mail goes to Jennifer at horseradionetwork.com, and she deletes her inbox in about 2 days. So, third one, Beyond Expectations, an extraordinary equestrian journey from deadly diagnosis to the Paralympic Games by Sydney Collier. She's been on our show many times. Also co-written by Heather Wallace, one of our co-hosts here on Adulting with Horses. So let's pick a winner.
190.
Lindsay Roush, who truly is one of our original listeners. Congratulations to Lindsay. You're going to get that book. So we picked the winners. Yay.
Wow. Congratulations, everybody.
Well, Jennifer was cleaning out the ads that were left, so we have a lot of people that are not going to show up today because of time. We have Paige, Rachel, Carrie, Casey, Danielle, Andrew, Amy, Faye, Caitlin, Aaron, Scott, and Alicia. Thank you for sending your ads in. We really do appreciate it. We just aren't going to have time to get them all. Alyssa sent this first one in. It's from a Facebook page, I think, Good Quality Safe / Trail Horses from, I have no idea where. 16-year gelding black for sale, 5 hands, good trail horse, no buck, no bite, shoes easy for carrots, PM, me thanks. What the hell's up with the picture? Oh, it's a picture of a woman standing by a horse that's in the woods for some reason, and they put a flower bouquet over her face.
Yeah, they didn't want to show her. So
see, this
I've
screams
never
scam when they do that to me.
I mean, especially since the horse stands at 15 hands.
Either she's short or 15 is not correct. I don't know. But no buck, no bite.
Fantastic. All right. Well, the next one comes from Lindsay. And this is the Central Georgia Horse Classifieds and Horse Free Cycle serving Atlanta to Florida.
Could they get a longer name?
I mean, what the heck? All right. Both pictures are of a horse that is eating a round bale and you can't see their heads.
It's just from the neck back.
Hello. Hey, y'all. I have 2 project horses available. Please message me for information. I'm running a winter special on both of them located in Covington, Georgia.
Nothing about anything about either of the horses, and you can't even see their faces.
I mean, they're discounted, Glenn. It's a winter special. We need them. It's like they're free.
Well, at least we know they get hay, and they both look fat or happy, so that's good. They probably don't run.
I don't know if I'd go with that, but go ahead. Next one.
Michelle sent this one in. Michelle, you were from Louisiana. What are you doing shopping in upstate New York? Everything horses and goats. Looking to find this amazing girl a home or lease. 10-year-old, 16 two hands, not sticked, just an estimation. Shire, not registered. Hennessy, she is not a beginner horse. She will offer a small buck when excited. It's a long way up for a small buck.
By the way, there's no punctuation in this, just so you know.
Small buck when excited can be a broodmare proven with beautiful foals. She leaves spaces for the punctuation, though, which is really weird. She also drives for anyone looking for a cart horse. Selling do not have the time to love her the way she should be loving mare. No buck, no bite, no rear. You just said she bucks.
You said
She just said that. Load's great and great for the farrier. Best home a must. Best home a must. How are you going to know it's the best home? High four figures. Wow. We're charging almost $10,000 for a horse that bucks. And it's a big horse that bucks.
It's ginormous.
I know. It's going to be a long way down. It's going to hurt when you hit the ground. Yeah. But they are riding it bareback in the picture. By the way, this horse is beautiful. I like this horse.
Sort of. I mean, if you can see it, because it's really blurry.
It is kind of blurry. And it doesn't look like maybe he's had a bath in a while. But
oh, gosh.
Got the huge feet, though.
Mary sent this one in. 8-year-old quarter. This is a Craigslist ad. Oh, yeah. 8-year-old quarter horse for sale, $1,600. 8Y/O 14.2 quarter horse mare. I've done a lot of work with her. When I got her, she would rear and was very impatient. She will now stand for you as long as you want her to and has not reared in months. She's barefoot. I mean, she hasn't reared in like months. She's like perfect.
She'll be fine. Now, it also doesn't say that she actually rides the horse.
No, there's no information. No. It's just a terrible ad.
No picture either, for that matter. Brooklyn sent this one in. It's our trailer of the week. 2-horse trailee. TRAILEE. $600. How do you misspell trailer? $600. Trailer. Oh, she spells it right in the description. Trailer to transport 2 horses. The only thing it needs is tires. Okay. I haven't seen the picture yet. 600. Oh my God. What the hell is that?
I've never seen one like that.
This is a first, and we've seen every trailer in the world after doing this.
So it's like the 2 front bumper pull type trailer, but there's this like, what is
bin?
It looks like the size of like a roll out to your driveway trash can of metal that is sitting on the front. That's not a great description, but it's like half of the front is like this jutting out metal piece. I don't know what it is.
Kind of Star Wars-ish, doesn't it?
It kind of does. Yeah. And it kind of needs more than tires because you're going to have to dig it out of all the trees that have grown around it. And the door in the back does not look attached. And
it's buried down. It's buried. The floor is sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
I said to Jennifer, you'd think for $600 they'd at least dig it out before they took the picture. It's just...
Come and get it. It's all yours. Allison sent the next one in. 9-year nice gelding. First, it's a competition. Are you ready?
Okay.
First to bring a trailer and cash gets him. He is a wonderful boy looking for his new pasture. He is halter broke only. Stands about 15.1. I need him gone.
Okay, so he's a wonderful boy, but I need him gone. The first one here with cash gets him.
I don't care what happens. Just come and get him.
And there's a picture of him very far away in the field because they can't get near him.
They can't catch him.
I have no idea what this horse looks like. He's black with maybe a white spot. I don't know. Jeez.
No soul, you guys. Yes, I do have a real problem with people having horses and not educating the horses. Yes, I do, but I can't have a soul because it's supposed to be funny. Go ahead. Janelle sent the next one in.
This is looking for the perfect kids pony. It's one of those you hate. You hate these with a passion. Looking for the perfect kids pony? I've got it. Super broke. Way more woe than go. Easy keeper. Great for the vet and farrier. Easy to catch. No bite, no bolt, no kick, no rear. Perfect ground manners. He's very well loved and he has more love to give. No need to bring a trailer. He'll fit right in your car. Stands about 3 foot tall and weighs 80 pounds. Asking $200.
80 pounds?
What is it, Jamie?
Homer. Oh no! Is this one of those stupid
stuffed animals?
Oh, is it really? Oh, then I scrolled down. Yeah, that says. Oh, that's stupid. I hate that. I was like, how did they get an 80-pound horse to be 3 feet tall? What? That's a stupid stuffed animal.
You hate those ads.
Oh God.
She hates clever ads for stuffed animals and
it's not horses. Clever.
I love what the comments was, any maintenance? And the answer was barefoot, minor maintenance, 60 batteries as needed.
Oh my God.
This is one of those, you know what this is? This is one of those that they were selling at trade shows for a long time where you can ride it. Where it goes,
it's really
the legs
creepy.
Go. It is really creepy looking, actually.
Like, it looks like a little, it's a stuffed animal, but it's, I guess, 3 feet tall. And it has like hair covering its whole body, except for its muzzle. Is like plastic.
Yeah, these were kind of creepy when they saw. They want $200 for this thing. Good luck.
Y'all might want to give it a bath first. It's a little stained.
It does look like it needs a bath.
I hate this. I was like, why do I hate this? Just a pony ad. Oh, because it's not a pony. Okay, who sent the next one in? Katie sent the next one in. This is.
I don't know where this is from. It's from a forum.
It's called the Best of FPF. My cat is stealing your stuff. Oh, Front Porch Forum in Burlington. Okay. Member outreach from the Front Porch Forum in Burlington. Staff posted a crime report in their Burlington forum last week. We thought it was well worth a share. This is like some ad. I don't know. Hi. Has anyone been letting a black cat into their house lately? His name is Indy. He's very friendly and loves people. However, if you let him inside, he will likely steal your stuff. He is particularly fond of toys, either for pets or children, and fond of food. For context, he once stole an entire baguette. I don't know why he steals. I didn't teach him to do it. I'm not that smart. If you don't let him inside, he won't break in. He's not that smart. And if you're currently missing a stuffed animal, hedgehog, and or a small pillow, please let me know and I can return it.
Keeps coming out with all this stuff.
It's like Homer. Homer one day came. I mean, we still have it. It's a ginormous stuffed bear.
Do you still have it? You never found the owner?
No. He comes up, I mean, just trotting up the driveway with this bear, like stuffed animal that is his size. And I'm like, so I called the people, the neighbors, everybody. Nobody's like, nope, we've never seen that before. Ginger, I was like, this is Brooklyn's? Like, no, not hers. Nope, nobody knows it.
How far can Homer go? His legs are 4 inches long.
And the whole property is Homer fenced, okay?
Amy sent this one in. Cowboy gelding, $800 warrior. I guess that's the place. I don't know. Selling our paint horse gelding cowboy. He's in his 20s. He is gentle horse, but cannot be ridden with bits. He can be cautious with people, but will let you saddle him. He would be a great around-the-house kids horse. Okay, so he's not good with bits. He's cautious around people. He'll let you saddle him, but doesn't say anything about riding him. So, I'm not
in
so
his
sure.
Picture,
he looks pissed.
I don't want to offend anybody, but there's a one particular type and color of horse that has been sent to me multiple times, and Farm Boy and I have decided we don't like that kind of horse anymore. And this picture is kind of like that kind of horse.
Yes, and he has his look on his face like, I pissed at you.
He's
so
mad.
He is so pissed. I don't think I would have posted this picture.
No.
No.
The next one is from Savannah. This is something that everybody has been saying, like on all the ads, and I just hate it. This is from the Arkansas Ponies and Horses. Now, I have been through Arkansas, and I cannot do their accent because, good Lord, it is unique. Did I ever tell you what happened in Arkansas? I was driving through and I went to a gas station and I got a couple snacks and the lady at the counter goes, "You don't sack that." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You don't sack it. You won't sack it." I was like, "What?" I'm sorry. I'm not from here. "You don't sack it." And then she held up a bag. And I was like, "Oh, do you want to put, that means you want to put my items in a grocery bag." I was like,
And you're from Georgia.
I'm from Georgia, but Arkansas is different.
Your daddy has an accent. I don't understand half of what he says.
I know, but at least it's like, I don't know. I'm accustomed to that one, I guess.
Alabama and Arkansas are different. They're
Oh
different.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And I mean, Arkansas is right next door, but yeah, it's
They're
different.
It's funny how the Southern accents change from mile to mile. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to try to do Arkansas.
It's another one of your favorite horses too.
Yeah, I know. See, this is what everybody says their horse is fancy broke.
What does that mean?
I mean, I guess it means it's well trained, but you could maybe say that it's well trained and not fancy broke. Good mare, fancy lead broke. Takes a saddle and B, rode once 15, hands 12 years old, would be a great Christmas present.
It's only been ridden once.
Has B rode one? How is it? Fancy lead broke means it leads well.
How do you?
I was thinking like flying lead changes.
Okay, a horse leads or doesn't lead. How are you fancy leading?
Well, here, I'll tell you how. I can go forward and right and left and backwards. It's fancy.
That's it. That's what it is.
I'm going to read you something, Glenn, that I saw. Everybody, thank you for contributing. I'm going to read you something I saw on Facebook, and it is just a post. Where is it from? I wonder. Okay, not from our group. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to ask you knowing me, what is the advice for this person?
No.
It has been 25 years since I have ridden and had my own horse. Life happened as it does, and I'm now in the position again to take the plunge. Long story short, I've lost my nerve. I'm 58 this coming year. I just don't know whether to go for it or not. I was never a great rider, but I really loved it. I'm in two minds. I have a wonderful husband and a dog, and the husband's supportive, but should I go for it or not? Lessons would be the first things, obviously, but the thought of it fills me with dread as well as excitement. Am I too old to ride a horse? Please advise. Many thanks. What would my advice be?
Go take lessons. Go ride a horse. I mean, you're the age of 90% of our listeners.
Don't
buy a horse. Go lease a horse. Ride a horse. Take lessons.
You're marching towards death.
Sorry, I forgot that one.
Ride the damn horse.
How did I forget?
Oh, it's a thing. All right, everybody.
Thank
you for putting up with our garbage on a Friday.
Auditors, hang on. We're going to talk to ChatGPT on the phone, and we're going to ask it important horse questions. This should be fun.
Everybody, spade neuter gal. Talk to you Monday.